Welcome to the second Symphony in the Clouds. I'd like to mention a couple of things before we get going. If for any reason we have a fire drill or a fire, for God forbid, there's exits in the stairwell, in the hallway. There are 3 washrooms at the very end of the hall and then down to the right. Tonight we're honoring the Edmonton Food Bank, who distribute food to over 250 agencies, churches, food depots across the city, and operate programs like school lunch programs, food delivery for seniors, and programs targeting specific needs within the community. They rely heavily on community support to carry out their operations, and that's why we're here tonight. Some of you have already been very generous, and thank you so much. During the intermission at the end of the evening, we will still be set up to receive donations. The Edmonton Food Bank will provide, they say, tax receipts for any donation over $10. So, I'm Rob Heath, and joining me tonight are 3 people who are no strangers to the Edmonton music community. To my left is Jessica Heine. She just released a new album, Build Again, with Fallen Tree Records, right? Which follows her 2019 album, Goodbye Party. And she's got a powerful voice and is one of the nicest people I know. Jessica Heine. To her left is Anna Somerville, who comes from Grand Prairie originally. She's a former member of Lonesome and Then Some, and she's an excellent songwriter and is the president of the Blueberry Bluegrass Festival, Anna Somerville. Last but not least, I've known Bob for over 3 decades. He's one of my favorite Edmonton songwriters. I have his 2 CDs, Treetops and Color of the Moon, and I highly recommend them. He tells me they're up on Apple Music, right?
Yeah, they're online. I think Spotify or YouTube and stuff.
He also, for the last 2 decades, he's also taught songwriting.
Yeah.
And we're going to start with Bob.
Okay. Well, this seems a fitting song for this venue. Underneath the storm that's spinning with a head silently dreaming, we sit around this fire slowly burning, light returning, sparks leaving it. Our heads roll back in a life overhead. The moon leans through the trees. I feel you here beside me. Feel your hair on my skin. And through all of these endings, we part and begin again. Tucked into horizon's edge, here we lie on this earthly bed in jumbo sky. Jumbo sky. Jumbo sky. Jumbo, jumbo, jumbo sky. Something flashed in a corner of the sky. I just saw an eternity go by. I thread a light through the middle of my eye. In this place we're all together, travel endless and forever here. And I look for the familiar, and I'm glad to find you near. The tilt of the stars marks the time, here we go. All we need is here in jumbo sky, jumbo sky, jumbo sky, jumbo, jumbo, jumbo sky. Jumbo sky, jumbo sky. Thank you very much. That was Jumbo Sky.
That was Jumbo Sky. Do you like to hear stories behind the songs? Yeah. I think sometimes my songs are stories that turn into songs. You know what? I've been playing my guitar with really bad strings for a couple of months, so I thought I'll do the big thing, put the new strings on. Oh, so I wish they'd just tone down a little bit. So. I'm from Grand Prairie. I think we'll start there. I'm from Grand Prairie, and my dad was the big animal vet. So the big animal vet is never at home. He's always on the road. But on Sundays, he would always try to get home because he'd make us toast and tea on the veranda in front of our house. And he was a bit of a personality. And we lived right across the street from a church. So one morning, my sister Sherry and I get up, and my dad's in the kitchen. He's like, go and sit under the cherry tree and I'll bring you your toast and tea. And my mom goes, we don't have a cherry tree, a Bing cherry tree. So my dad had come in the night before, or in the middle of the night, and saw a big bowl of Bing cherries on the counter. And he took some black electric tape and he tied them to all the limbs of the tree before Sherry and I got up. And so we were just little girls, so we sat under the tree and had toast and tea under the cherry tree. And my mother said, Rolly, did anyone see you do that? And he went, everybody on their way to church. So my poor mother. But it's quite significant. I lost my dad quite early in my life, so I have a few memories, but they're very strong. Sunday morning paper arrived at the front door. I would lie in bed, that's the sound I waited for. First one to the kitchen would put the coffee on. Then we'd hide behind the door, wait for my dad to come along. He'd say, not too loud, they are all asleep. Don't settle down right next here to me. Here's some room for you to read along. I remember that now. He's gone. bowl full of cherries, some black electric tape. My dad would decorate the tree, grew by our front gate, and amidst all the laughter, his master plan complete. He would summon all the birds around to come and sing for me. He'd say, not too loud, she is just a child. Don't fly so high that she can reach. Leave some room for her to sing along. I remember that now. He's gone. His eyes were true blue, and I remember believing there was nothing my dad couldn't do. Well, a lifetime of memories gets sorted and replaced. We gather up and take the ones time cannot erase. I carry them along with me, my pieces of the past. Who knows which ones we'll lose, which ones will always last. And his eyes were true blue, and I remember believing there was nothing my dad couldn't do. Thank you. Thanks. I have to deliver this.
Since you sang that about your dad, my dad's here tonight, and it's
Right on.
his birthday today.
Oh, let's do that.
And I said, Dad, what song do you want to hear? And he said, Feathers in the Cracks. So I said, I'll sing that for you tonight. Thank you, Carol. And I also love songs that are stories or stories that become songs. Yeah. And similarly, I spent half a year in Central America many years ago now. And after 6 months there, I came home and it just felt like the world was in different colors and I saw things so differently. And as a songwriter, for me, the best way to process that was to write a song about it. And so I wrote this, Feathers in the Cracks, and it's about where we find hope, where we look for hope, and that maybe it's not always us that can make those immediate changes, but we try our best. I have been there, I have walked in a country that's said to have died, but now is rising, rising from the ash, unsure what it means to be alive. And I think that she might have been shackled, she just didn't have enough time to take all of the poison from out of her veins. She tries hard to make it right. An angel. She might not be following me, but I know that she's real, 'cause I've seen her feathers in the cracks of the pavement. And there's got to be someone here who's strong and who is able, and it's not me, it's not me. Rolled into town with the wrong words in our mouths, unsure of what it was we should say. It was nice to meet you when I meant to say thank you. Sometimes it comes out the wrong way. I wanna wake up smiling 'cause I've done something right in a world where so many things are wrong. People around me are happy to be living lives in their good, healthy homes with their angels. might not be following me, but I know that she's real, 'cause I've seen her feathers in the cracks of the pavement. And there's got to be someone here who's strong and who is able, and it's not me, it's not me. I keep on dreaming since I came back home. I feel not quite like me these days. Like half me stayed in the country where my conscience was born, while the other went away. Now that I've seen real life people in real life pain, I just can't seem to get back in line. And I dream words and languages I didn't used to know. Wonder which place to call home. Where's my angel? She might not be following me, but I know that she's real, 'cause I've seen her feathers in the cracks of the pavement. And there's got to be someone here who's strong and who is able, and it's not me, it's not me. We spent the night at a hostel in Peking with a friend who lost his father in the war. It's been 21 years and they never found a body. That history belongs to thousands more. I wanna take all these barefooted children, put brand new shoes on their feet. That's a first world solution to a third world problem. Give them money instead of family, instead of angels. She might not be following me, but I know that she's real, 'cause I've seen her feathers in the cracks of the pavement. And there's got to be someone here who's strong and who is able, and it's not me, it's not me, it's not me, it's not me. Thank you.
Well, this next song's a title track on my last CD. It's a story about a random act of kindness. Had her whole life packed up in that case, all its lessons written on her face. As I took her back, she took my arm. She said, "What a thoughtful boy you are. There's a nursing home on Duncanhurst. Could you drive me around a little first?" I said I would, and then I thought I saw a couple tears run down her knitted top. So I turned the meter off. Our biggest moments often come before we notice them, they're gone. Our biggest moments often come dressed up to look like little ones. For hours and hours we just drove around. We would pass a place, she'd slow me down, like the dance hall where she first met him, and the church their kids were baptized in. She said, "I've heard I haven't got too long. Everyone I loved is dead or gone." And in her own way she was telling me, there's no one left to leave these memories. So I listen carefully. Our biggest moments often come before we notice, then they're gone. Our biggest moments often come dressed up to look like little ones. Then she got quiet, said it's time to go. When we arrived, she asked me what she owed. I just told her it's my pleasure, ma'am. And she whispered as she squeezed my hand, our biggest moments often come before we notice, then they're gone. Our biggest moments often come dressed up to look like little ones.
Very nice, Rob. Yeah, I've known Rob, for pretty close, 30 years. We were so much younger then.
The older we get, the better we used to be.
While you're here, turn my voice down.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, when you capo up as high as I do, things get distorted. Don't really have a story for this song. Just about maybe feeding off of what Rob was just talking about, that sentiment of just being aware of moments and wake me up before you go, you know. Sometimes it's like a dream, just move without feeling. I wonder what I missed and what I let slip by. I should have danced with you, a laughing an arena. In my heart and in my eyes, my little childhood, too brief and too sudden. We raised the children to the click of come and go. The rote and routine who's away and who was present. And I was there, where did you go? Wake me up before you let me go. Wake me up, I tell you I love you so. Take me up, wake me up. I'd surely cry if you should ever leave without saying goodbye. I think that living is like being at a party. We're all invited and we're here to have some fun. Strike up the music like Father taught me. Stay awake, we've just begun. Wake me up before you let me go. Wake me up, I tell you I love you so. Wake me up, I'd surely cry if you should ever leave without saying goodbye. I miss my mother now, space is empty. There are so many things we too late understand. It's only when they're gone you see the beauty. The gentle voice, the softest hand. Wake me up before you let me go. Wake me up, I tell you I love you so. Wake me up, I'd surely cry if you should ever leave. If you should ever leave without saying goodbye. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You can't sing that song without me seeing your sisters all in a. Well, usually, wherever Bob goes, his family goes, and his loud family. If you've ever been to a concert where Bob is, it's like they are nonstop. But they like to sing. They always sing in the background. I love that image of your sisters all stopping talking so they could sing that part.
And then talk about how well they sang.
Oh, yeah. And why was everybody else talking? They were like, yeah, just be them. So Rob has a song circle. It's I used to come to the song circle, but then I wasn't being prolific enough writing songs, so you got to have a song to go to the song circle.
No, you don't. You can come without.
And critique, because I can do the critique so well. I'm really good at the critique part. Okay. And I'm kind, too. But I wanted to come to hit the songwriting, and so I thought, I've got to write a song. So I put myself in my car, and I got a tape recorder, and I drove to Calgary, back to Edmonton, back to Calgary, back to Edmonton, till I had a song. And then I think I called you and said, Rob, I'm going to get my daughters, I'm going to dictate to my daughters, they're going to type it out, send it to you. Could you print that off? Because I'm going to arrive just in time for the songwriting. That's what it took. I have to, I guess, that little ADD thing where you can't. If you're in a car and it's a straight line, right? There's no decisions to make. So this is the song I wrote. I think I was dealing with a death on that highway too. Must not go too fast. Your invitation, it reads the same as mine. And neither one of us received it with no set date or time. Handed out with kindness, handed out with love and directions too. That life-giving well. When I go, I cannot choose. I'll take my part in that master plan. And I must wait until my time is through for my turn at life given well. And now beginning to end, this road is my own. I might share a mile or two, but on that final stretch, I'm gonna meet the ferryman. I'll be taking that last mile all on my own. On the shore, he waits for me, and across the black waters he will roam. When I step out of the boat and I'm safely to the other side, I'll be gathered at the life-giving well. When I go, I cannot choose. I'll take my part in all that master plan. And I must wait until my time is through for my turn at life-giving well. And then I will be relieved of my struggles and my woes. I'll let go of the ties that hold me here. And those gone before me are waiting on the other side. They're gathered at the life-giving well. And when I go, I cannot choose. I'll take my part in all that master plan. And I must wait until my time is through for my turn. Wait for my turn. Thank you.
I'm just taking all my cues from you, Anna. So
Okay, I'll keep sending them.
I wrote this song in the car between Hinton and Jasper. I had to drive.
What a great trip.
I had to drive my brother. He somehow there were two cars, so I was alone for the drive to Jasper and with him on the way home. And I'd written it in between Hinton and Jasper. And I don't want to make it seem like I think about weird things when I'm alone, but I was driving and I was thinking about this movie I'd seen with my sister at this independent cinema called La Fille sur le Pont. And the whole premise of the movie, it's this woman and she's going to jump off this bridge, and this man comes up and says, "Oh, if you're going to jump off a bridge anyway, I'm a knife thrower and my assistant just quit. Can I just throw knives at you?" And she goes, "Sure." And then they fall in love, and it's this cute little love story. And I was thinking about this movie that I'd probably seen 3 years prior. It wasn't even like recently. And I thought, yeah, you know, dating a knife thrower, that'd be something. You probably wouldn't want to cheat on them. And I wrote this song.
Okay.
Yours was morbid in like a beautiful way. This is just morbid. I'm sorry. She wears bows in her hair, bows in her hair, bows in her hair. She wears bows in her hair, bows in her hair for the show. I sharpen my knives, I sharpen my knives, I sharpen my knives, I sharpen my knives every night before she goes on. She was the first girl I loved, the first girl I loved, the only girl I'll ever love. She was the first girl I loved, the only girl I'll ever love. Juliet, why'd you do that to me, girl? Juliet, why'd you do that? Juliet, why'd you do that to me, girl? Juliet, why'd you do that? Last night, when I came home, when I came home, when I came home, last night, when I came home, there was a man in my bed. Death on my mind, I pulled out a knife, I pulled out a knife, I pulled out a knife. Death on my mind, I pulled out a knife and swore that his blood would be shed. But she cried, "Baby, don't do that. Baby, don't do that. Baby, don't do that." She cried, "Baby, don't do that. I'll trade you his life for mine." Juliet, why'd you do that to me, girl? Juliet, Juliet, why do that? My aim is fast and it's true. Fast and it's true. Fast and it's true. My aim is fast and it's true. True as the love in my heart. And what could I do? What could I do? What could I do if my heart is true? But do what my love bid me to. Juliet, why'd you do that to me, girl? Juliet, why'd you do that? Juliet, why'd you do that to me, girl?
I think most of us here tonight have experienced a member of the family locked inside their bodies with dementia, and I'm no exception. You still hear their voice in your head while they're leaving you in slow motion. This is from my mom. I said, can we get married? I put it in those words, but I was only for them. My dad saw you first. I guess he just was lucky. I think he knew it too, 'cause he's still hanging on tight to what is left of you. Although he tries to hide it, I see the sadness in his eyes. 'Cause he can't bring you back now, no matter how he tries. It's hard to keep on saying goodbye. Your sister's in this picture. We've both been gone for years. I know that if I tell you, it's gonna end in tears. Your heart will break all over. It's better you forget these things you can't remember, the things you won't regret. So I will only listen. No, I won't say a word this time. 'Cause every way I'll lose you a little at a time. It's hard to keep on saying goodbye. As we flip through photographs, I see this one makes you laugh. You remember how things once were. It's only for a moment, but oh how I missed your smile. 'Cause every day I'll lose you a little at a time. It's hard to keep on saying goodbye. It's hard to keep on saying goodbye.
Wow. It's great. And you know, you don't just pull a song like that out without some practice. That's the thing, I think all of us, you know, we probably wrote maybe 100 or more songs that were really bad. And I'm going to play some of mine for you. Well, I'm going to play you just snippets of the first 3 songs I wrote, just to show you the progression, okay? So the first one was called Mr. Mailman. Now, you know, there was Mr. Postman, there was Mr. Tambourine Man, Secret Agent Man, Tax Man. Now, I was kind of going off the Postman, so I just did Mr. Mailman. Anyway. Hello, Mr. Mailman, how do you do? Have you got a parcel, letter, or telegram? Is the news good or bad? I hope it's good. Hello, Mr. Mailman, how do you do? Okay, so I thought, hey, so far so good, right? So then I read this book, Sand County Almanac, Aldo Leopold, and he was talking about the migratory birds and how their habitat was shrinking, and I was really starting to tune into environmental stuff then. I was only 14, right? And I thought this was a book that all the cool kids were reading, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure of that. So then I wrote a song called What Are We Doing About the Birds? I sit by my window and cry as I watch the geese go by. As they fly into the west, they fly right over a gunner's nest and die. So what are we doing about the birds? I have not yet heard. What are we doing about the birds? I have not yet heard. All right, eh? Yeah. Starting to get good here. You know? And I even had a folder, you know, I had a folder, songs, original. I put them in a folder. I was writing them out longhand. I said, okay, just got to do 10 more, and I'll have enough for that first record, you know? And I'm going to play this is the third one I wrote. It's called Listen. And it's kind of when I became, I was starting to think about social issues and things like that. And I think actually this is when I started to find my voice on the third song. There may be rotten and cruel people in this world, and it may seem like that they are out to get you. But listen, listen, and talk to them, listen, listen, and be their friend, be their friend. Da 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 da. You just gotta listen. Listen. And what was pretty cool is I wrote those songs in Alaska. Anyway, I moved down here when I was 15. And a friend of mine, actually, Anna knows him as well, Bob Peterson. He was doing a show with Holger Peterson at CKUA, that fine radio station that we have here. And he said, you know, that Listen song, I told Holger about it. He said to come down and we'll record it and we'll put it on the radio. And I'm like, oh my God, you know, this is so easy. Like, jeez. So I go down there, they give me $40 for one song. And we all sat around the radio, my father and my sisters, and they listened to it. And my mom told me later that my dad said, well, I don't think I really liked too much of that song that Bobby did. And my mom said, well, when was the last time somebody gave you $40 for one song? And that shut him up. Anyway, thank you for listening to my progression and digression.
Okay. Well, that's a segue. That's perfect. I didn't know what I was going to sing next, but I now know what I'm going to sing. So we're going to continue on with Bob's progression. So we spent a lot of time at the Blue Chair.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We spent a lot of time, Bob and the family, and some friends at the Blue Chair, and we were always meeting there, either playing it. Remember, we would play there, or watching, or whatever. So one day I came up to Bob and I said, oh, I got this great idea for this song. And so I had a business in High Street, and we had a fellow named Eddie who'd come in and bum money. But I'd say, no, Eddie, you have to work. You could either wash the windows or take the recycling out. So he would do those things. Funny thing is, though, when Eddie was at the counter swaying just a little bit, if a customer came in, he would walk backwards and stand against the wall and try and become invisible. So Eddie had this idea of, you know, he didn't want to disturb the business. So he just always seemed to survive, and then one day a stranger transitory person came into the store and scared one of the workers. And she told me the next, she says, you know, this homeless guy came into the store and I was really frightened. And so I talked to Eddie. Eddie came by and I said, hey, Eddie. And Spider Yardley Jones was sitting there drawing that afternoon. And Eddie comes in. I said, hey, Eddie, there's this homeless guy. He came in and he scared one of the workers. And he said, oh, $5 and I'll take care of that. And I said, no, no, we're not doing hits. And Spider's really enjoying that. He's got a whole cartoon going on Eddie going to do a hit. And so anyway, the point of that is Eddie said, this is my zone. I take care of, this is my zone. I don't want strangers wandering through because this is my zone. So I realized every day when I turned the lock and I walked and I left the store, Eddie was keeping an eye on the neighborhood. That was his zone. And I realized Eddie was part of my community. He wasn't the homeless guy that just was looking for money. He was actually had a role in that community. So that kind of great. Anyway, I said to Bob, I can't imagine what it's like to be homeless. I would give up. I think it's the hardest thing you'd ever do. So I've got this idea for a song. There's Eddie's. He's died. He's dead. And he's going to heaven. And he's like, oh my gosh, thank God. I'm in the lineup. I'm going to meet God. This is over. That was so hard. And he's in the lineup, and he's thinking about what he's going to talk to God about and ask him a few questions about why it turned out that way for him. And he's walking along, and he looks down, and he sees his buddies in a lineup. And he's like, oh, there's my buddies. There they are. And then he looks a little closer, and he goes, wait a minute. There's kids in that lineup. And he's like, what? I just left that lineup, but they just put a kid in my place instead. So now he's, oh no, and so he's thinking, I got to talk to God. I don't know if God knows that, so he's getting closer to the gate, and he realizes when he gets to the gate, he says, you can't do that. You can't put kids in that lineup. It's too hard. And he says, I'll go back, and I'll do my spot again, but take the kids out. So I say this to Bob, and he goes, oh, Anna. You got God and kids. Yeah, like, that's too much. We can't, no. And he just sort of poo-pooed it, and I said, really? And he's like, no. And he was, but 2 weeks later, I'm at a concert. Mark Lattiser's at a concert. Mark comes walking through at the intermission. He says, "You've got to put this up to your ear and listen to this." And I'm like, okay. So I'm listening, and it's Bob. He's left a message, and he says, "I wrote this song tonight, start to finish, 10 minutes. I don't know what happened, but here it is." And this is the song. And Bob has allowed me to sing it tonight. Yeah.
Gladly.
All that talking. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah. Don't make me cry, Anna.
I'm not. Nobody's throwing it up. But anyway, so there I was in the lobby of a bluegrass concert, sobbing. Mark and I were both sobbing, and it was James King was there, if you can imagine. A little further to go, a little further to go. I've been broken down, every bend in the road. A little further to go. My God, what did you make of me? I've been last wherever I go. I've seen sun after sun and moon after moon, with a little further to go. And I have been in every line, for money, food, sometimes wine, and the patience I've learned as I wait my turn. Some say my life's a waste of time. While standing at the back, I've seen us all on the same track, and it feels like a curse to be finally first. Forget what I wanted to ask. Now I am finally at the gate. I'm being served, I no longer wait. Then a child goes by and I realize, can't let that child end up in my place. 'Cause you know I know all of the ropes. I've had to learn to live without hope. Let me put myself last, my future, my past. There are things a child should never know. A little further to go, a little further to go. I've been broken down, every bend in the road. Patience I've learned as I wait my turn. Feels like a curse to be finally first, with no further to go. Bob Derek.
Anna Somerville.
So beautiful. It's so amazing because I've heard Bob tell that story and sing that song. I've heard Mark tell that story, and now I've heard you tell it, and it's just so, it's such a beautiful song.
Fun moment for us.
So I'm gonna again ride your coattails. This is years ago when I was living in Yellowknife, there were a couple of pretty sad plane crashes, and just kind of processing that and working through it. And I was gonna laugh, Bob, I have all my songs that I wrote when I was younger, and I've said this before, when I first started writing, I thought for a song to be good, it had to be sad. And so I think my parents were worried about me growing up. And I got older and realized it's actually harder to write a happy song. But years ago, we found my sisters and my diaries, and we read my sisters, and it was quite hilarious. Like, I like this boy and this and that. And we were having a great laugh. The whole family were just chuckling. My sister was there. She was a willing participant of this activity. And then they said, oh, Jess, let's read yours. And I was like, no. But I wrote this song to work out that processing of loss and grief, and my hope of maybe what that line looks like and where you are next. And I find sometimes grief can be so insidious that it's nice to think of maybe it could be a celebration, and maybe people do get a break and somebody takes a load off for them. This is called Goodbye Party. This year, rain's been falling just like tears, as if the sky knew what was coming long before it came. The sun no longer wants to shine, says keep it gray, that's what I like. It's easier to hide away in troubled times. I would like to hear a symphony, music played instinctively, performing out a song no one has heard but had to play. People taking to the streets, unable to find words to speak. Form a choir singing songs, singing joyfully back home. Oh, words get in the way of the magic and the mystery unfolding past what eyes can see. There are some things science does not answer. All the spaces that you used to fill now hanging untouched in the air. We were so used to what was freely given, what we could have without permission. Winter will be long, I know. Frozen months of ice and snow. No promise of a coming spring will warm us with its thoughts. Summer will have long been gone, forgotten in a cold hard fall. But we'll look out our window saying, oh, it's still coming. I would like to think the soul sails on long after its ship is gone. Columbus heading for the sea, a new world to explore. No compass and no map in hand, no course to lay, no master plan. Set yourself and let the wind take you joyfully back home. Oh, oh, there are no words to say. Oh, oh, words get in the way of the magic and the mystery unfolding past what eyes can see. There are some things science does not answer, and all the spaces that you used to fill now hanging untouched in the air. We were so used to what was freely given, what we could have without permission. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba.
They did a good job.
They did a beautiful job. And now we know.
Yes, I'm going to sing it more. After this song, we're going to take a short break. Please enjoy the food we got. Please enjoy the food we got, because I'll be eating it for the rest of the month if we don't. And I remind you that we're set up to receive more donations if you feel like making a contribution. We'll be back in probably about 20 minutes. It's a little crowded in here, and you're welcome to go out in the balcony. We're going to have to turn on the light.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine?
But that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This next song's off my latest CD, Biggest Moments. I started it in the 90s, excuse me, but I didn't finish until I met Margie, who I met at her house concert 11 years ago today. So now she gets to come to my house concert. Yeah, I've had my share of head-on collisions where young hearts tear down lovers' lane. To know that I'm just one crash test dummy on his way to run into love again. After all I put it through, all I got to offer you is a little seat for two, and this broken down old heart skips a little when it starts, really only good for parts. Just a broken down old heart, just a broken down old heart. With all the damage done in love's last hit and run, why'd anyone wanna take this heap? Yet from the salvage yard back to the boulevard, here you are, sitting next to me. After all I put it through, all I got to offer you is a little seat for two, and this broken down old heart skips a little when it starts, really only good for parts. Just a broken down old heart, just a broken down old heart. Won't be the smoothest of rides, but if you're game, I swear it still has got a few miles, and it can get us there. After all I put it through, all I got to offer you is a little seat for two, and this broken down old heart skips a little when it starts, really only good for parts. Just a broken down old heart, just a broken down old heart. We'll see you in 20 minutes.
Oh, it's you, Bob.
All right.
All right, we'll get first up again is Bob.
So I went out on the balcony, and it's a cold rain in the city, and I thought of this song I wrote probably close to 30 years ago called Treetops. It's about, it asks the question, where does the love you can't use go? cold rain in the city. A kindred heart is hard to find. And all these people walking down the street seem a perfect waste of time. And I wonder what you're thinking. What do you use to measure me? Is it only when we close our eyes we see what we want to see? What to do with this yearning? What does a love you can't use go? You can hear it in the treetops. It's every time the wind blows. And a memory lies waiting. You can feel its subtle touch. You run your fingers through the past. And sometimes this can be enough. And this love, it just sits there. It doesn't move, it doesn't roam. It's got no wings, it's got no runway. No, it doesn't have a home. What to do with this yearning? What does a love you can't use go? You can hear it in the treetops every time the wind blows. What to do with this yearning? What does a love you can't use go? You can hear it in the treetops. It's every time the wind blows. Thank you very much.
Oh, Bob. Oh, that's a great song. Oh, I better talk in between me playing and you singing that song. I didn't know what I was going to play. I have a little list there, but I'm going to do a love song. Sad love song. You know, we've all been playing in Edmonton for years and years and years. Sometimes we've all played together, and there's a lot of time that we've spent in the craft of bringing music to people. But there's a lot of people out here who spend a lot of time and effort making sure that there's always someone for us to sing to. Because there's the work you do at home, and then there's the work you do for people who appreciate music. And it's a wonderful community of collaboration that we all do together. We're all in it together. I've always thought that audiences were the most important thing. I mean, the artists will still write, will still sing, will still do it. We do it to ourselves most of the time. So it's really nice that you're out here doing this. And I also think it's really great because there's some people who take that next step further, like Rob, to make sure there's a place for us to gather and create spaces. And Bill Worthman just walked in. He's another creator of space for art. There's Paul. I don't know. There's people and Ron, open stages, you know, who've sat and kept those open stages open. That's where a lot of us met. That's where I met Jessica for sure. And that's just really important. And Ron Taylor was one of those people that had an open stage all the time, I think. In fact, Ron died on an open stage. Yeah. Like, that's how committed Ron was. And anyway, I wrote this song, and he said, oh, you got the wrong word in there. It's a bad word. You can't use that word. And I was like, really? That's the name of this song. And he's like, no, that's not a good word. He's wrong. I let him just, okay, but you're wrong. I know I've left some people out for who are presenters of music. But you know who you are, and thank you very much for making it possible for us all to meet. Let's try it without the pig. Oh, yeah. What feels like a sliver steals through my heart. I can't find the end to the trouble I have got. For my love is elusive. That's the word. And my love is unkind. My love got up one day, left me far behind. I call on a memory with kisses you warm and new, for it tease and delight me with the things he would do. I did follow his laughter, I did dance to his tune. Now I can't fill that empty space his false kisses leave in return. For my love is elusive, and my love is unkind. My love got up one day, left me far behind. Well, a change in direction has simply set him free, and I am weary for searching where the trouble lies in me. I don't pull on his affection, I no longer haunt his dreams. I still hear his lovely tune, but no longer will he dance with me. For my love is elusive, and my love is unkind. My love got up one day, simply changed his mind. Thank you.
That is my favorite song. And every time I see Anna play, I stop myself from being like, just do the elusive song, please.
That's the word. You just hate hated that word.
And he was wrong. I remember I saw you sing that song at Ron Taylor's open stage, the little one downtown on Jasper Avenue, and I thought, this woman is like an angel. And yeah, you still, it's such a beautiful song.
Thanks.
I'm going to do a love song too.
All right.
I'm going to do a happy love song. Happy for me. I remember this is on the new album. It's on the new record, and I was talking to the producer, and I said, yeah, like, we were talking about how we like to write sad songs, and I said, but there's like some happy songs on the record. He's like, is there? And I said, sure. Like, Another Love, this is a happy song. And he goes, Jess, it's about how if your partner dies, you don't want another person. Like, I'm like, isn't that happy and romantic? And he's like, sure. But I was inspired to sing it because part of the construct of the song is about this walk that I took at the Ledge several Christmases ago, and you had that song in the first set about the big moments are small, and there's these times when it doesn't feel big or important or even maybe in the moment particularly special, and then you keep coming back to that memory of that thing. And it was just walking, having hot chocolate among the lights of the Ledge and thinking, if this is going to be my life, then that's fine. And this is called Another Love. We were walking hand in hand, not talking much, but then I don't need your voice to feel a way. Sometimes you just know, like old bones know the cold, like I knew we would take the long way home. I don't want another love, I don't want another love, no, I don't want another love, this one's over. The snow white underneath, quiet feet on quiet streets, we made tracks on weather-erased roads. I could see you breathing in the frozen air between us, but I was feeling warm for all the cold. I don't want another love, I don't want another love, no, I don't want another love, this one's over. I don't want another love, I don't want another love, no, I don't want another love, this one's over. This is how we will spend our time, how we turn minutes into hours into lives. Then it's enough and it will keep me satisfied if you go before me. There's no reason to fear that my life will just stand still, that I'll stop and have no other place to go, or that I will catch the whisper of your ghost upon the wind and chase it like a rainbow down the road. But I don't want another love, I don't want another love, no, I don't want another love, this one's over. I don't want another love, I don't want another love, no, I don't want another love, this one's over. I don't want another love, I don't want another love, no, I don't want another love, this one's over. This one's over, this one's over.
Well, I'm going to sing a new one. If I don't make it all the way through, it's well, you opened that door. I can sing a half a song, right? It's a work in progress.
Well, let's do that. I could do a work in progress next song.
I've never played this in front of an audience, so you're guinea pigs. There's a certain kind of fear that people have for those who are different, but we all have kind of special talents, and this is about somebody with one of those. In our neighborhood playground, Tom had forgone, with his rusty old swings and his cigarette butts, was the lord of our empire on a spring rider horse, a crown made of cardboard, a stick for a sword. So much older than us, he just never grew up. The Duke of the Sandbox, the Earl of the Slide, master of monkey bars, he was our guide. Through a jungle of asphalt, he showed us the way to a world full of wonder, where he could escape from the realm of the real to one of pretend, where we could be fearless and dream without end. They were magic, those days with him, he was the king of the jungle. Jim. We were cowboys on seesaws, spacemen on swings, built castles of sand fit for queens and for kings. With him we fought pirates and mutants from Mars, and then aping Tarzan we swing from the bars. He could make us believe there's nothing we couldn't be. The Duke of the Sandbox, the Earl of the Slide, master of monkey bars, he was our guide. Through a jungle of asphalt, he showed us the way to a world full of wonder, where we could escape from the realm of the real to one of pretend, where we could be fearless and dream without end. They were magic, those days with him, he was the king of the jungle. Jim. Now I drive by that playground and I see him there, still living his childhood without any cares. And I wonder who's got it, better or worse, the child who grew up at life brought down to earth. Or the Duke of the Sandbox, the Earl of the Slide, master of monkey bars, he was our guide. Through a jungle of asphalt, he showed us the way to a world full of wonder, where we could escape from the realm of the real to one of pretend, where we could be fearless and dream without end. They were magic, those days with him, he was the king of the jungle. Jim.
That was awesome.
That was
Yes. There's an architect, a song
Yeah.
architect for you.
yeah.
You know, and we've lost some greats, like John Prine, he's dead. Tom Petty, Prince, John Hartford, and I don't feel so good myself.
That's going around.
I stole that actually from Mark Twain. Mark Twain was delivering a speech at Oxford, and he said, Shakespeare, dead. John Milton, dead. Alexander Pope, and all the great writers, right? And he says, and I'm not feeling so good myself. Anyway. One of my favorite songwriters was, well, and still is, even though he's dead, is John Hartford. And I'd like to sing Gentle on My Mind it was sort of an important song for me because when I was like 11 or 12, my brother had the 8-track. There's going back, eh? And I drained the battery in his car when he was away, just listening to Glenn Campbell over and over again. So Gentle on My Mind. It's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. That makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. And it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bombs, or the ink stains that have dried upon some line. That puts you on the back roads by the rivers of my memory. For hours you're just gentle on my mind. It's not clinging to the rocks and ivy planted in their columns now that binds me, or something that somebody said because they thought we'd fit together walking. It's just knowing that the world will not be cursing or forgiving when I walk along some railroad track and find that you're walking on the back roads by the river of my memory. For hours you're just gentle on my mind. And though the wheat fields and the clotheslines and the junkyards and the highways come between us, and some other woman's crying to her mother 'cause she turned and I was gone, I still might run in silence, tears of joy might stain my face, and the summer sun might burn me till I'm blind. But not to where I cannot see you walking on the back roads. For hours you're just gentle on my mind. And I dip my cup of soup back from the gurgling, crackling cauldron in some train yard. My beard rougher than a coal pile and a dirty hat pulled low across my face. And with the cupped hands around the tin can, I pretend to hold you to my breast and find that you're walking on the back roads, ever smiling, ever laughing, ever gentle on my mind. On my mind. Thank you.
Got a great right hand, Bob. Yeah. So I grew up in a family of addictions. That's where I and then I spent most of my life surrounded by people with addictions. And then I have to say now, I have my life now. Sometimes you sort of take count of who's in your life, and it's like, that's not what surrounds my life anymore. So, but there was a time where it did, and the people in my life did. So I wrote a song at that time about that. Oh, we're not in tune. I'm not in tune, but so. Oh, I'm quite out of tune. I'll just have to keep talking about that addiction thing till I get into it. But that's not hard because that's easy. But addiction plays a big role in our society right now too, and it puts all kinds of strains on people. Emergency rooms are really tough. I went to an emergency room, thought I was having a heart attack, and I thought my daughters would be so pissed off if I didn't go at least and see if it, have a doctor check me. So I went, but it was terrifying in there because there was somebody having a rough time. The nurses were having a rough time. The guy was having a rough time. I was having a rough time. I thought, I'm going to have a heart attack if I have to sit here any longer with what's happening here. I almost went over and settled it myself. But, so, I've lost my pick now. Got it. So, I'm in tune now, so I don't have to keep rambling on about that. But that's what this song's about. Sorry, but now then you put the capo on and... New strings, so sensitive. So lesson, don't do an open tuning in the middle of your set.
It was worth it.
It was so easy to just tune it all down to there, but then I got to tune it back up. I'm sorry. I think it's that one. Oh, that's the E string. Somebody out there going, oh my God, it's flat.
We just admire your courage.
I mean, if you're out there and you think it's flat or sharp, you should say it. I would. Oh my gosh. Bill, why aren't you saying something? Oh, well, you're just going to have to endure it. Oh, we're going to do without a pick. Oh, I don't know. It's more powerful with a pick. How far will you go tonight? When will you cross that line? Have you taken everything inside this time? Staying means settling for another day, watching everything you love just slip away. Come on, maybe this time someone out there will tow you across that line. Looks like you've changed your mind. Now you're running back to what it was that you left behind. Now there's something wrong with the plan you made this time. Staying means settling for another day, watching everything you love just slip away, and leaving means letting go. Oh, but that's hard to do, watching everything you love leaving you. Come on, baby, this time someone out there will tow you across that line. You can slip into the madness with a comfort all its own. No matter what, you'll always feel at home. Come on, be brave. Well, I guess you are here to stay. Well, there's no one out there anymore anyway. And without assurances, why it's better to be blind this time. Staying means settling for another day, watching everything you love just slip away, and living means letting go. Oh, but that's hard to do, watching everything you love leaving you. But you can slip into the madness with a comfort all its own. No matter what, you'll always feel at home. Come on, be brave, slip into the madness. Thank you.
It was worth tuning for.
Thanks, Jessica.
I'm not just saying that because I need to tune as well.
It's always worth tuning.
I wrote a song called Wolf, and it has the line "build again" in it, which is what I built my whole record around, is this idea of after some catastrophic thing or destruction or what have you, what comes next. So it's not just the celebration of, okay, we're back, everything is good. It's the, okay, the thing happened. What does this look like now? And it's sort of centered around this song, which talks about that thing that comes and wrecks stuff, because they take so much space and air up. And it's easy to think that that's the biggest part, this wolf where this wolf or whatever it may be. So if that's addiction or fire or heartbreak or unnamed politicians. Because you know what's important after the wolf is what we do, and we build again. Wolf came round wanting in my house, pretended I wasn't home. He kept knocking, but I just ignored. So he huffed and he puffed. He blew my house down. I've heard say girls who dress in red bring attention their way, as if what someone would choose to wear forgives another's mistake. My grandma was beautiful, my grandma was strong. She taught me forgiveness, she taught me how to love.
stay to see it fall from the rubble he ran. What to do now? It's all come down. Get up. Build again. Build again. Build again. Build again. Build again.
I'm going to try another new one here. I want to live forever. So far, so good. In life, we have this illusion we're going somewhere, but we always arrive at the same place. Kind of like on a carousel. We stand in line and wait for our turn. He opens the gate and he gives us the word. We run to the platform and we mount our steeds. On car wooden saddles we ready our beast. Gripping the reins, then we're on our way. Wish it could last forever. Maybe this time it will. Hey, we can dream whatever. Life is a carousel. Some hold on tight and wait for the end. Some bounce in their stirrups and wave to their friends. Some jump off early when they get the chance. But most of us stay on as long as we can. To feel so alive, the world spinning by. Wish it could last forever. Maybe this time it will. Hey, we can dream whatever. Life is a carousel. Round painted meadows we ride with the wind in our hair. We close our eyes and imagine, and we can go anywhere. Times around, the ups and the downs, it's our moment now. Wish it could last forever. Maybe this time it will. Hey, we can dream whatever. Life is a carousel.
Okay, that's a lovely song. That's new. Okay, yeah. I thought I'd heard that one, but I couldn't have. Anyway, I'm going to do It's not a new song, it's an old song, but it might be new to your ears. I don't know if I've sung it that much. It's called A Picture in Paris. "47-year-old bureaucrat, interrupting, slowly getting fat. Who could tell just where his mind was at when he caught that plane and went away? Wife in real estate and kids at school, sipping gin beside the swimming pool. You would say that he was some kind of fool to catch that plane and go away. But he's gone to paint a picture in Paris. He changed his name from Bloomington to Harris. This isn't like him to be so careless. Now nobody knows where he is. I guess he had a private dream that kinda grew through the years to paint a picture in Paris. Just a week ago I talked to his wife. She looked happy but she wished he would write. She kept saying if I'd only known, I might have saved our happy home. But he's gone to paint a picture in Paris. He changed his name from Bloomington to Harris. This isn't like him to be so careless. Now nobody knows where he is. I guess he had a private dream that kinda grew through the years to paint a picture in Paris. Some of us, we gotta have our fun. It's torture if we have to wait. Some of us, we gotta have our fun. We worry if it gets too late. Another week, and I talked to his wife. She looks happy, but she wishes he would write. She kept saying, if I'd only known, I might have saved our happy home. But he's gone to paint a picture in Paris. He changed his name from Bloomington to Harris. This isn't like him to be so careless. Now nobody knows where he is. I guess he had a private dream that kinda grew through the years to paint a picture. To paint a picture. To paint a picture in Paris. Thank you.
Haven't heard that before. That's a treat.
Yeah, just something on the lighter side, you know? All right.
I guess A Guy Running From Home is a light side song.
Well, yeah, that is, you know, Gonda. Yes, running away from home. Painting a picture in Paris.
That was good, Bob. I had a hit song. Terry Morrison and John Gorham. They recorded this song on an album. Oh, I got $43.
It's more than Bob got.
Huh?
It's more than Bob got.
Yeah, you only got 40 for that song you wrote when you were just a kid? Yeah, when a $40 meant something more like $300. I hope I'm in the right key. Let's try. we're gonna go down. Sorry. Oh, that's what I do at the Jam. I forgot I'm on a stage. That's a different story. Am I in tune? It's the new strings. Don't do it before a show. It's also my neck. This neck. This neck's bad too, but this one needs work. So does that one, but this one I can get fixed. Oh my gosh, how tedious, hey? I think this is my last song I'm doing tonight. It's hard to say goodbye. Take me dancing tonight under the moon. Hold me tight in your arms. Whisper 3 little words I'm clinging to. I'll put on my shoes made for dancing. Waltz me around in your arms so tight. What could be better than dancing with you tonight? Take me dancing tonight under that star. It's the one I lost track of when I wandered too far. I let my heart take the lead. It brought me back here. I have put on my shoes made for dancing. Safe in your arms where it feels so right. What could be better than dancing with you tonight? Take me dancing tonight, leave what was far behind. The years came, they went, we are falling short in time. And to have found what was lost, undo what was done. I have put on my shoes made for dancing. Give way to the years as they fall from our view. What could be better than dancing with you? Thank you. Thank you.
As Anna said, I think I met everybody at open stages. Maybe, Bob, I met you through people at open stages. And one of the great joys of my life was being able to sing a little bit of backup on Bob's second album. Yes. It was, I told him today I only own like 5 CDs still. I've gotten rid of all of them, but his album is one that I still have, and I put it in my car, and it's just incredible songwriting. And Anna and Rob also just incredible songwriters. For me, some of my favorite songwriters, full stop, not Edmonton, no qualification, just like favorite songwriters. And I am so thrilled to be here tonight to get to sing with you all and share this evening with you all. And so I thought for my last song, I would take it back to one of the open stages. When I first started, like I said, all the songs had to be sad. That was kind of my thing. And this was the first one that I wrote that wasn't as sad. And I thought, okay, now I can write songs. This is great. And I used to sing it at the open stage, and I felt like a rock star because people would sing along with it, which is cute. The implication. But it's called Dragon Slayer. And yeah, for real, I wasn't just saying that to like light you up. It's just a delight. I can't give you diamonds, build a brand new house. Can't give you all the things that we talk about. You tried so hard to give me all I ever need. I'm trying to do the same. I would climb over mountains, I would swim through the sea, crawl through the desert upon bended knee, and I would slay all your dragons in a neat little row. That's what I'd do for you. That's what I'd do. He don't bring her flowers, she don't clean their little home. It's been the same for too long now. She's gonna leave him alone. I say, girl, you seem so troubled, but not really with him. She just looks at me, I know he'll never win. Though he would climb over mountains, he would swim through the sea, crawl through the desert upon bended knee, and he would slay all their dragons in a neat little row. She says I don't really want him to. I'm nothing like you. So I say, baby, 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 baby. No one wants to hear baby, baby, baby. They say it's tired, like using roses or the sun to describe the way your eyes grow. Oh, they shine when you smile, and I would climb over mountains, I would swim through the sea, crawl through the desert upon bended knee, and I would slay all your dragons in a neat little row. That's what I'd do for you. That's what I'd do. Well, I can't give you diamonds, build a brand new house. Can't give you all the things that we dream about. You try so hard to give me all I ever need. I'm trying to do the same. I would climb over mountains, I would swim through the sea, crawl through the desert upon bended knee, and I would slay all your dragons in a neat little row. That's what I'd do for you. That's what I'd do. Thank you. You sound so beautiful.
We write sad songs because there's nothing more useless than a happy songwriter. want to. This is the last song tonight. I want to take this opportunity to thank Sharon for organizing attendance for this event and handling donations. And really, she did just about everything that hasn't got to do with music tonight. So, she. I want to thank Cam for a wonderful job on sound and cameras and lighting. This is all being recorded, so you can watch it on YouTube and Facebook. I want to thank Anna, Jess, and Bob for donating their talents for this event. And all of you for supporting wood music and this worthy cause. This is a new song as well. In the words of Ken Casey, this is a true story, even if it never happened. Well, he came here in his fancy flying car, took a light right at Jupiter and left at Mars. Didn't see him till he put his brake lights on, and the spaceship landed on my back lawn. The little green man took a look around, and 1 week later he was leaving town. He found us amusing, but he had to say it was only in an unintentional way. He had heard through the grapevine Earth could be a buzz. That's why aliens don't talk to us. Well, he got the t-shirt and he got the gist as he scratched us off of his bucket list. Didn't mind the wildlife, but the naked apes were the biggest disappointment in the Milky Way. Said he found a view, said he traveled light years on its cosmic bus to see something interesting that just got us. And he found us amusing, but he had to say it was only in an unintentional way. He heard through the grapevine Earth could be a buzz. That's why aliens don't talk to us. He said, you wonder why you got no alien friends? Take a look around here at the stage you're in. Saw a guy on a corner yell, the end is near. And your kind think that he's the mad one here. With your plastic oceans and your burning trees, your planet's getting hotter than Mercury. With all of your squabbling faults and fights, you're aliens even to each other right. The only future that I'm seeing here is a little brute God in my rearview mirror. And he found us amusing, but he had to say it was only in an unintentional way. He heard through the grapevine Earth could be a buzz. That's why aliens don't talk to us. He said next time you're ripping through this stratosphere, don't bother waving, won't be stopping here. In 1,000 years with a little dumb luck, he said he might check back to see if we've grown up.
Yes, it was so great. It was so great.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what I think we should do? We should all sing a song together. What? Not that song, no. No. No, we should do Where Have All the Flowers Gone?
Go ahead.
We're that age. Do you not all know Where Have All the Flowers Gone?
I've never heard it before.
I'm just joking.
I just think you've been sitting here all night and we've been singing and you've been so good, but I'm sure all of you sing. Well or not so well, but I'm sure all of you sing. But that's what I think we should do.
Sure, I agree.
Yeah. So you all have to, because, we're
Find your
doing
key.
it this way, you have to all sing. Da, da, da. That's hard too high. Da, 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 dee, dee, dee. Is that a good key? I'm asking. Flowers gone, long time passing. So, you know this song, and if you don't know this song, I don't know where you were. And you should know this song because one day, hopefully, you'll never sing this song ever again. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the flowers gone? Young girls pick them, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Where have all the young girls gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young girls gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young girls gone? Gone to young men and everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Take a break now. Do it. Nice work, Bob. And where have all the young men gone? Long time passing. Where have all the young men gone? Long time ago. Where have all the young men gone? Gone to soldiers, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? Now you know where it goes. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time passing. Where have all the soldiers gone? Long time ago. Where have all the soldiers gone? Gone to graveyards, everyone. When will they ever learn? When will they ever learn? And where have all the graveyards gone? Long time passing. Where have all the graveyards gone? Long time ago. Where have all the graveyards gone? Covered in flowers, everyone. When will we ever learn? When will they ever learn? Thank you. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you very much.